Well, good morning. I'm Bob Glenn. I'm your facilitator for COM 181 Online, and I'm going to tape this the old fashioned way because it didn't look like Collaborate wanted to cooperate. So I'm going to just highlight a few important things you need to know to get through week one. The first is that our typical work week in COM 181 Online starts on Monday and goes through Sunday. However, having said that, this coming week, we have a Monday federal holiday, Martin Luther King Day. So I'm going to extend the due date for any written assignments to Tuesday at 11 p.m. But our normal work week is Monday through Sunday with all written work or assignments due by 11 p.m. on that Sunday. Now, this is an online course, but it's also a public speaking course. So it's very important that when you put your speeches together, with the exception of practice sessions, you have an audience for your final version, the one that you want me to grade, that will be worth, anywhere from 50 to 100 points. So it's important that you have an audience. And so when you're setting up your camera, it's going to be important to pan the camera and show me your audience before you start speaking, and then again when you're done. Also, put your audience in front of you. Don't put them behind you or standing on the side next to you or anything like that. The audience should be in their normal position, sitting in front of you, in chairs or on a sofa, really not at the forefront of the camera shot. Now, the next thing is the camera shot itself. Your practice sessions, it's okay to sit down as I am here. But when you do your actual speech, your camera shot should show basically from waist up to your head. And the other is you want to avoid this habit some people have. I don't know why they do this. They'll stick the laptop down here and talk down into it. No, we want it level so that we can see. I'm going to set this down here. I'm going to try and set this down here. This is cooperating very well. So that when you are seeing me, you can see gestures. You can see me from the waist up. And I am clearly standing and I'm communicating. And I can even take a step or two over here to show visual aids. I can do a number of things. But the key is when you do your final gradable version of any speech, you are standing. Okay? Very important. Practice sessions, it's okay to sit. Time length on practice sessions should be exactly within the range for the final version. If it's a 4 to 5 speech, for the final version, it needs to be a 4 to 5 minute speech in your practice session, your one practice session. Now, there are going to be supplemental items that you're going to turn in for the speeches. For the speeches self-introduction, there'll be no such requirement. All you have to do is do a quick videotape, introduce yourself, and move on. You do need to meet the time limit, though, which is, I think is 2 to 3 minutes. You can sit while you do that one. The vivid memory, you're going to be turning in a word-for-word speech text and one practice tape session. When you tape, you want to record using, you can record it on your laptop as I'm doing here, but then I would encourage you, I'm not requiring you, but I'm encouraging you to go to YouTube and create an account and have your video processed as an unlisted YouTube video. Why not private or public? Well, public, you become the next YouTube sensation, which I don't think most of you want. Private, we can't open it, and your classmates need to be able to open the videos to do things like peer evaluations. So after a speech is done, you're going to have 2 tasks. One, you're going to do a self-evaluation in which you do a 3-paragraph analysis with strengths, areas for improvement, and a rating from a low of 1 to 5. Number 2, you're going to do a peer evaluation, 2 1-paragraph summaries highlighting the 2 people that you felt were the 2 best performers for a speech session like the how-to speech assignment. And so as a consequence, you're going to need to be able to go in and watch some of your classmates' presentations. Hence, the YouTube unlisted video link will be what I'll post or email out to folks or post on a link so that you can access it. All right, so this first week is fairly busy. It should calm down a little bit after this first week, but because we have a lot of introductory items, you've got a little more on your plate than you normally would. The first is you need to make sure you read the syllabus, and then you take the 10-item syllabus quiz, which you can do twice. If you're unhappy with your grade the first time, you can take it a second time. The second thing is you have a letter of expectation in which you're going to write a letter to me telling me what you expected me to help make this class more productive, more successful, and more educationally beneficial. The other item is a discussion board in which you'll go in and describe your comfort level with public speaking from a low of 1 to a high of 5, and you're going to write a one paragraph that clearly describes that for 10 points. When you do written work, it should be paragraphs should be 5 to 7 sentences minimum, at least. They could be more. They probably should be more, to be honest. And you want to spell check and grammar check your work. So we got the syllabus quiz. We've got the video where you introduce yourself to the class, speech of self-introduction. We have a syllabus quiz. We have a letter of expectation. We've got a comfort level discussion board. And then the other thing you'll want to get started on is accessing the chapter. Now, the textbook for this class is embedded in the website. You can see the Connect Lucas tabs, chapter 1 through 20. You're going to want to go to chapter 1 and access it. Read the chapter, either digitally or if you have a paper copy of the textbook, do it that way. Then go back in and take the quiz. You have to get a perfect score across different learning modules to earn 10 points, which is your grade. The other item that we'll do this every week, but not this week, all you have to do this week to earn your attendance grade is watch this video. That's it. So the biggest thing that I need you to do this week is watch this getting started video. You don't need to answer any questions. As long as you're doing work in the course during week 1, I'm going to mark you here. Okay, if I see you turn in like the comfort level discussion board, I know you're here, you're going to get the 10 points. From week 2 to week 16, I will put together a short video similar to this one that'll highlight key ideas for each week's worth of assignments and try to address any questions folks may have that have cropped up via email or text. And then you're going to want to go in and watch that video, probably be posted most likely on a Wednesday, and try to get that done by Sunday. Go in and watch the video and answer the questions and post your answers in the appropriate place for weekly attendance, and then I'll grade them, and that's how you get your 10 points of weekly attendance, okay? You're not required to attend these sessions. I'm not going to try and chase people down and say, if you want to attend these live, I'm taping them at X time. Last semester was just too cumbersome and difficult. I know you're all busy people, and it's just not a good fit to try and encourage people to attend it live. And most people weren't able to do it anyway because a lot of folks were at work or they were in school, and if I did it during the day, they weren't going to be available. So that's how this will work. So this week, you don't need to worry about anything. You should watch this video and process the information, but you do not need to answer any questions. You do not need to post any responses. But for week 2, when I do that short video, you're going to want to listen very carefully to the questions and process your answers, and then type those answers and post them in the attendance blog to earn the 10 points for attendance that week, okay? So I could cover a lot of ground, but I'm only going to cover one other area and then we're done, and that is extra credit. So how can you earn extra credit in an online class? And the answer is yes. There are 3 ways to do that. The first is you can donate items of value like clothing, furniture, whatever, to any one of several local homeless shelters or local groups. Up to $50. Up to $50, you get $1 extra credit point for every $1 you spend. Up to $50. That's it. Capped. No more. That's all you can do. The second way to earn extra credit is to attend merit-approved events that the college promotes and communicates with you about. So that we actually have one of those for sure coming up next Monday. Next Monday is a federal holiday. It's Martin Luther King Day, but there'll be a march. It's a big community event. This year, they're going to have the actual presentation at Brescia. So what will happen is we will meet probably at Owensboro High School. Don't quote me on this. They could change the location. But historically, they've had it like at Owensboro High School. We meet, we congregate, and then we walk on the street and sidewalk down to Brescia. Then there is a program. It usually lasts about an hour or so after everybody gets situated. So there's kind of a dead zone while they wait for everybody to show up, kind of like a race. And it's not a race. Don't race. It's supposed to mimic the protest marches of the 1960s. And then once they are comfortable that everybody who needs to be there is there, they'll go ahead and start the program. And usually that's about an hour, and then we're done. So attending that can earn you like 20 points extra credit, and it's a merit-approved event. I'm pretty sure it'll qualify as that. So the third way to earn extra credit is Toastmasters. And the way this works is I'm a member of the Owensboro Toastmasters. It's a public club. We meet the first and third Monday of every month. So you could attend the meeting on Zoom or live. We meet at 6 o'clock. In that time, you earn 10 points extra credit just for attending. If you want to participate in table topics, which is a form of impromptu speaking, you can earn 20 extra points more because you'll give a short speech, sort of an off-the-cuff response. So if you're interested in Toastmasters, either attending it live or online, email me a day or so before the next meeting. Our next meeting will be next Monday at 6 o'clock at First Baptist Church on J.R. Miller Boulevard, right across from the bridge, the Blue Bridge. And if you want to attend live, I'll give you directions on how to get to the room. If you want to attend on Zoom, I can send you the link. But give me enough notice. Don't email me at 5 p.m. On Monday, because I'll already be headed down there and I won't be able to help you. Okay? So that's some ways to earn extra credit in the class. Well, let me just say that developing your public speaking skills adds another tool to your professional toolbox. I congratulate you for enrolling in the class. I would encourage you to do good quality work, follow the professional dress code that's in the syllabus, and I'm sure you'll have a great semester. I'm here to help. Email or text me with any questions you have, and we'll talk to you soon. Take it easy.